Welcome in, everybody. How are you doing this afternoon? Welcome everybody in. Obviously a little bit earlier today, 5 to 6. Obviously tomorrow the web app for FC26 does release, and that gives us an opportunity tonight to have that discussion, talk all about a potential 12-hour stream, as well as potentially how we're going to all set up on the web app tomorrow afternoon. So let's just say a few welcomes. Welcome in to Nell. Welcome in to Richard as well. I'm all right, mate. How are you? Gonna hop off and have fish and chips. Fair enough, mate. I will see you after you've had that. Can't join the Discord as my mum said she doesn't. That's completely fine, Richard. No worries at all. Score predictions for Bilbao versus Arsenal in the Champions League. That will be a huge game. Bilbao versus Arsenal. I think Arsenal will just edge it though. I think Arsenal will be the ones who take the victory in that game. What time are you streaming tomorrow? It'll be the same time, around 6 o'clock-ish. It will. Welcome in. I'm pretty sure her name's Ethan, if I remember rightly. Let me add you as a moderator over here on Twitch. There you go. You are now moderator, Ethan. You are now a moderator. But I'll be streaming from 7. I'll probably be on a bit long. From 6, sorry. I'll probably be on a bit longer tomorrow. With obviously. Welcome in, Molly. Hope you're okay. I'll probably be on a bit longer with the web app coming out and things like that. It's obviously going to be sort of interesting to see how things start off. Obviously, going to be taking a look at some starter squads and things like that. Welcome in, Ewan. Hope you're okay, mate. I'm going to be putting together some starter squads as well. For how are you playing? I'm not playing right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at we're going to use Footbin to put together squads and things like that. Have you seen Langus's card? Yeah, it looks absolutely ridiculous for a silver. That's going in an Evo 100%. You're doing a 12-hour, not today, but there is going to be a 12-hour stream coming to the channel. I'm going to put some dates out on YouTube community and on TikTok polls to put together a date that works for everybody else. Do you think Stoke are going up? There's always potential for Stoke to go up. They've had a good start to the year so far, haven't they, Tommy? So there is always that possibility. Why is there a portrait and a landscape scheme? So we have both setups today in terms of landscape and portrait, because YouTube have released an update this afternoon that going forwards, the chats are going to be joined together. It's not going to be separate like it is at the moment. So I want to get myself in the setup of having both, if that does make sense. Do you think Wigan Athletic are going up? Do you know, League One is such an interesting league because you never really know how things are going to shake up over the course of a season. And I think Wigan Athletic are one of those teams that if they can get everything together, it'll go fantastic. But it's that getting everything together, and I think there's always potential for them to go up, but we will wait and see. Derby fan base is amazing, to be fair. I'll give you that. My missus' dad goes every week from Cornwall. That is one trek and a half. That is, Tommy. One trek and a half. Welcome in, Archie. Welcome in, Eustace Barmy Army. Welcome in, Stephen. How are you doing? I'm all good, mate. Obviously, Saturday is going to be massive. Who are you going to the match with on Saturday? Going with my dad and my mate. I'll be going with my granddad on Saturday. Lewis, are you making a fan pro clubs team? There will probably be pro clubs at some point, Josh, 100%. What position do you reckon we get in the league? I've got to say 9th. 9th is where I've been saying for a while. So, fingers crossed we can finish 9th. I've got a video going out tomorrow discussing like league expectations and things like that, because I think it's a big conversation point at the moment for Derby County and the fan base and things like that, about sort of where everyone sort of may set up and where everyone may line up across the course of the year, especially like with the players that we've got at Derby County at the moment. What was the score in your charity game against St Martin's? I'm pretty sure it ended as a draw, if I remember rightly, Richard. I'm pretty sure it ended as a draw and then we lost on penalties, I think. But I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember. it was a fair few years ago. Right, shall we get into looking over on Footbin then? Looking at some start. How many videos have you recorded today? Just 2 today. The one that went out this evening and what went out. What's going to go out tomorrow. Right, let's just chuck it on over to this screen where you're going to be able to see everything that is going off. We're looking at Footbin. Let's make sure we can get it up over on YouTube, over on TikTok as well. Is that all good for you guys on TikTok? Can you see everything that's going on? I'm going to tune back in soon. Love that, Beza. I will catch you then. But there's obviously a lot to talk about in regards to that of squad building and things like that in terms of Ultimate Team this season. There's so many changes in regards to the power curve and stuff like that, and it's going to be interesting to sort of see how that develops over the course of the entire year. Where is the chat? Hang on a minute. Where is the chat? The chat should be on the right hand side, Stephen. It should be on the right hand side. What are your thoughts on the new FC career mode? It looks the best for you. In this, like the first year, they've actually changed things in regards to career mode, which it's going to be interesting to see how it works. It's something that I am going to look into doing a series on or something across the course. You can see it now. Brilliant. Love that. Hegebe, Haaland regen. Well, the real Haaland regen is Lars Jørgen Selvison, although he's older. Right, so let's take a look at how we can set up in terms of FC 26. Sorry, Richard. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Now, I think most years everyone sort of goes for like the 4-2-3-1 setup so that they can get wingers and stuff in like that, and I think that's a smart play. But I think this year, I just have a feeling that the 4-3-3 is going to absolutely fly, because you look at some of the ratings and stuff like that, and I think 3 midfielders. I think it's going to be 3 flat midfielders. I think is going to be the play. Hello there, Lewis. I've just joined. How's your day doing? Day is going amazing, mate. How is your day going? Let's check that all of this is set up and things like that. Let's just pull up Discord. There we go. We have the squad builder up on Footbin here from the Discord. As you can see, those of you can go and get involved in that if you would like to. Let's close that down. Let's load that up. Right. Me with my Derby Evo team. Do you know something? Derby Evo team might actually go off this year. I don't know if any of you watched Nepenthes, but he did a full Evo of like the lowest rated teams, and I think it was absolutely brilliant. Go now for my team. We'll be back in 10. Okay, Richard, no worries at all. So for me, I am going with this 4-3-3 setup. Obviously, a lot, and I mean a lot, depends on who the icon is that people end up getting. That is going to speak volumes that's going to speak volumes of who your team is built around, essentially. Evo gang, can't wait to do a Birmingham Evo to glory next game. Yeah, it's going to be brilliant, and especially with the power curve dropping as well, it's going to be insane to get everything together. Lewis, I know it's a random question, but what GCSEs did you have to do the job you used to do? So I literally only got maths. Then I did English reset at college, and then I did sports coaching and physiology at A level, and then I went to uni and did performance analysis and coaching science. But let's get into the team now. You've got to have those discussions about those debut icons that many people are going to be able to get. There's only a few on here right now, but imagine you pick up Ronaldo, sorry. Imagine you pick up an Ibrahimovic, Thierry Henry. That's going to be incredible early doors to be able to get those sort of deals set up. Now, obviously, you can't set up your squad for having those players early doors. You just can't, because obviously you don't know what you're going to get. So I'm obviously, as an English fan, we're going Premier League. all day, every day, we're going Premier League. But we've got to be realistic in terms of how we're going to put this squad together and the ratings that are going to be available to us and stuff like that. Now, let's look at the goalkeepers to start with. I don't know why we have strikers clicked as well. But let's look at these goalkeepers then. Who are going to be... Now, you're obviously going to look on this page, essentially. These are going to be your goalkeepers for the opening week or so. And to be honest with you, if you can get your hands on a Sells or a Pickford, a Martinez, that would be unreal. Maybe even a Nick Pope would be a decent goalkeeper. That's who we're going to go with. I know I've put him in the striker position, but let's chuck him down in the goalkeeper spot. You look then at the defensive positions. We've obviously got right back selected. Let's make sure we've got it on the Premier League again. Are we going to search? There we go. There's a lot of players you can put in at right back. Now, you want a little bit of pace. You do. You need pace, otherwise you're going to struggle. In any FIFA game, you're going to struggle. So, who is it that you're going to put in? Welcome in, HSB. Appreciate the follow, mate. How are you doing? I've got a few commission slots to fill. I actually make streamer graphics. I don't need any graphics at the moment. I would never put Sells in my team. Yeah, I probably wouldn't put Sells in my team because obviously he's a Forest player. But he does have a decent card. Porro is really good. Yeah, Porro's card looks really, really good. I actually think that card looks really good to play as a holding midfielder. To play in like CDM and stuff like that. But it's going to be interesting. You go on to page 2, and this is where I think you're going to find your card. I think Diego Dallo would be a very, very good card. Nunes is going to be a good card. Jed Spence is going to be a good card. Appreciate the follow, Dan. Welcome in, mate. How are you doing today? I think even a Connor Bradley is going to be a decent card. Now, for me, you've got to pick between Spence. You've got to pick between Nunes. You've got to pick between Dallo for me as those early cards. And I am going to go with Diego Dallo early doors because I just think he's got all the attributes you need to be able to deal with players early doors, especially when you potentially come up against sort of super teams that have spent tons on FIFA points and stuff like that. But let's take a look at the centre-back position. That Frimpong card will be so expensive again, I think. Yeah, I agree. I can't wait for FC26 Derby past and present. Never been more excited. It's going to be unreal. This year is going to be unreal. Now you look at these cards, and I actually think obviously Van Dijk's going to be very expensive. Gabriel, Saliba, Diaz. Diaz is probably going to actually be quite cheap, to be fair. Konate is going to be a very expensive card. Guardiola's going to be quite spenny. I'm doing a fully Derby Evo team. Love the sound of that. You're actually doing a 12-hour? Not today, but we are going to be over the course of the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try and capitalise on the landscape of the new FC game coming out. That Murillo card is going to be expensive. I don't care whether you're Derby fans, Forest fans, whatever. That Murillo card is going to be spenny. But I think the cards to go for is going to be... I think Konsa is going to be a great card. I think he's going to be decently priced as well. I think then you've got to look at... Thingy as well. You've got to look at Nathan Ake. That's going to be a brilliant card. It's going to be a card that certainly pushes you forwards. And I think that this back line will probably cost you less than 5k on Friday. If I'm completely honest, I think that back line is going to be less than 5k. The left back position, it's going to be one that people aren't going to be too keen on because unfortunately I have to go with a Forest player here because I think he's going to be cheap as chips and I think he's going to be decent. And you have to go with Aina. You have to. Like, realistically, he looks like an unbelievable card. He does. I've always liked De Ligt. Yeah, De Ligt has always been a decent card on FIFA as well. Now, in the midfield slots, you want someone who can be a CDM as your central midfielder. That's what you want. you want a CDM, you want someone who's going to be sort of solid in that position. And obviously, I don't know why Martin Odegaard can play as a CDM. It makes no sense to me. But these cards here, Rodri will be decently priced for the first couple of weeks. Rice will be. Odegaard, I don't think it's going to be any more than discard once the game actually drops because of his pace and stuff like that. McAllister isn't going to be too expensive. Caicedo is going to be spenny. Reinders is going to be quite expensive. Tonali, I think he'll be decently priced. Bruno, I think this Gravenberch card is going to be about 40-50k, if I'm completely honest. That is my expectation. Realistically, you're not going to be getting... I don't think you're going to be getting many people on this first page for decent prices on the opening sort of few days. Now, this is where you do get into some decent players. I think Zubamendi is going to be a good starter card. I think Balbea is going to be a good starter card as your two sort of like defensively minded two midfielders, really. So for me, you put Zubamendi through the middle. You then go with Balbea on the other side, which will be fairly decent for me. Where is Balbea? Why can't I spell his name? Don't really play UT since I play Manager Crew, but I'll normally do my normal team, then Derby Evo. Fair enough, fair enough. Where is Balbea? I can't spell his name, can I? I bet it's not Balbea, I bet it's B-H... Let's go Premier League. Search. Come on. Has it just deleted my... No, it hasn't. It hasn't deleted my squad. I thought it deleted my squad. Let's go Premier League. Where are you, Balbea? Get Balbea into that starter squad. Because he will be decent early doors for me. As that second midfielder that can do a bit of everything, and then you want sort of like a really attacking midfielder on the on that right hand side. Let's go Premier League. Obviously, like Florian Wirtz would be a great card, but it's not going to happen early doors. It's not going to happen early, is it? At the end of the day, so I think Bernardo Silva is going to be a cheap card, but obviously the pace is going to be an issue. Foden's going to be quite expensive, so you're probably not going to be picking Foden up anytime soon. Who would you put in as that? Joel Linton's a decent card. Kulusevski's a Why is Foden a centre mid? I've got no idea, to be honest with you, Derby Edits. It's a bit like Odegaard has never played as a CDM, but has a CDM, but can play at CDM. I think Kulusevski should be your sort of like attacking-minded midfielder. And these are the important parts. At this stage of FIFA, you just want pace. Like realistically, early doors, you just want pace. So you're going to be looking at a Gordon, you're going to be looking at a Mitoma. What do you think about Travis becoming captain at Derby? I think it's the right decision. I think it makes a hell of a lot of sense. Obviously was the captain for John Eustace at Blackburn Rovers last season. So for me, makes complete sense. So in terms of those left wing positions, I had Martinelli at the start of like FC 24, I think it was. I had him for ages. I had him for ages and ages and ages. And I think that would be a great card. You look then at who could potentially be your striker. Again, you're looking at that pace stat. You're looking at someone like Adama Traore for a winger for me, so underrated. Yeah, that pace is going to be incredible for Traore. I think in this striker position, you're going to want to be looking at someone like Ekatike. If you can get one of these top ones, like a Haaland, Isaac, Gyökeres, and Mbeumo, you're going to be absolutely laughing. But I'd love an Ekatike to get it going, if I'm completely honest. And then on the right-hand side, this is where you probably go and get Traore. Morris downgrade is shocking, but I think they only take last season into account. Yeah, that's pretty much how they do it. So we look at the right-hand side. Neto would be an unbelievable card on the right-hand side. You look at Alanga would be a decent card. If you can get that Frimpong card, it'll be decent. But Kudos will be a decent card. Doku, Madueke, Estavio is a decent card. I'll probably shut Madueke in for now. Yeah, decent team, to be fair, Lewis, but I think it would be quite expensive. Yeah, this team would definitely be expensive from the start. I think what you've got to do early doors, though, is you've got to get the best possible team that you can get together for me. And I think that this is... I think that this team will be affordable, if I am completely honest. I do think that will be affordable. I do. But obviously we'll have to wait and see. My random club legend is Moses Simon. He plays Paris FC. But I have him every FIFA since FIFA 21. Decent. I bet it's even better now. That you can do Evos and stuff, because those sort of players you can drag forward. Like, I one year had Memphis Depay in my team from day one all the way to the end of FIFA. It was a phenomenal year. If I can try and find the stats, I'll put them in a stream. Right, let me just mod. Add as moderator. Give me 1 second, guys. You are now moderated, DCFCIG. You are now moderated. Why have you got a Forest player in there? Because he has some really good stats. He does. He has some great stats in terms of like pace and things like that. Can we get it up? Let's get up his card so that I can show you. Let's go foot bin. There we go. Ola Aina. He has a really good card, which obviously means you have to put him in the squad. Ola Aina. Here we go. Where's the chat? It's down there at the bottom. It resets when I switch between scenes. Another one for me is Samu. I evolved him throughout the entire game when he was so broken. My club legend is Lizaru. Do you know, let me just chuck this Aina card on screen so you can see how ridiculous it is. Right? Aina's currently injured. Yeah, he is. So 88 pace, 78 defending, 75 physical. For a starter left back, that is going to be unreal. Now, I do have a feeling that it'll probably be quite expensive to start the game. But I do think he'll be. Very good. If I'm completely honest, I think he'll be great early doors. But obviously, we're going to have to wait and see sort of how that goes. So right, we've been through starter squads and stuff like that. I think my browser has frozen. Hang on. Yeah, my browser is frozen, but that's okay. So we've looked at starter squads and stuff like that. We do have people over on Twitch. My club legend is Aaron Ramsey. Love that. We do have people streaming the game over on Twitch right now. Should we hop into NYK Chaz's stream as he's watching Bateson? Because he's watching Bateson right now. Got really lucky on the weekend. What? Yeah, Derby definitely did. What card is that? It's just a gold, standard gold card. It is. So Bateson is just going through all the content. What is Ginge doing? Ginge at the moment is going through Ultimate Team, I think. But I tell you something. It's going to be interesting to see sort of how Ultimate Team and stuff develops this year. With obviously Arizio should be live. Yes, I think he is. You've got Ginge, Bateson, Bez. Who else is on it? Ozio's live. Like, they're all live. Like, let me chuck this stream up. Look, we are right now. Let me move the webcam. Hang on. Let me move the webcam. So we are currently watching Bateson 87 and Angry Ginge on FC 26. I love the Bob Boys. Yeah, they're decent, aren't they? Arizio should be live. He is. Let me chuck it up. I don't want to get banned, so we won't have this on for too long. But look, this is the brand new FC game, and like at the end of the day, once we get this ourselves, like tomorrow we get, we'll get obviously the release of the web app and stuff, which will be on later. And then obviously heading into Friday, we get the full release, but I think it comes out midnight on Thursday. So I'm tempted to go live late. I'm tempted to go live late on. How have they got the game already? Because they're massive creators, Richard. Which means that they get the opportunity to play the game early and stuff like that. We will just do that for a second because I don't want to get... don't risk it. Think you'll get banned. Yeah, I'm being careful. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I know that you can watch other people's stuff and things like that. So we are going to keep across it. But do a midnight stream. Shall we, Lewis, are you doing a Derby past and present this year? I probably will get one going at some point. Absolutely, absolutely. So what we need to do, I'm not going to put the poll on, I'm not going to put the poll on stream, but I'm going to put a poll on YouTube community and on TikTok stories later, for Thursday night doing a midnight stream. That's what I'm going to do because I think that could be really good. Hopping straight on the game as soon as it drops, get as many people in as possible. Let me get over to my posts. Here we go. So, should we do a midnight stream for the drop of FC26? Image poll, yes. No. Here we go. Let me just chuck some pickies in here. Random question notice, but what have you got in your hand? I don't know. It's something I found in the kitchen the other day. So we'll do Curtis Nelson for yes. We will do Callum Elder for no. We'll set that up to go live. Derby lad, take a sub. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. We're gonna drop that live. Welcome in, Patrick Aji. When's it out? It comes out. Web app is out tomorrow. Full game is out Friday. You think we'll win this weekend? Yes, I do. I do think we'll win. We're on the 16th. The time is 6:30. We'll drop this for 8 p.m. We will. We'll drop this for 8 p.m. So those of you that are in the stream, at 8 o'clock tonight over on YouTube, there's going to be a poll put live, which is going to give you guys the opportunity to make your decision on whether you should hop in and essentially watch us at midnight. That is going to be the decision that is going to be put your way. It is, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited because we are going to be chucking on a 12-hour stream over the course of the next few weeks. So I think we'll get a 2-0 win. That'd be great. I'd take 2-0. I've been saying 3-0 across the course of the last few days. I have. Silas Shorts, welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Oh, how are we all doing? I wouldn't be able to join the midnight stream, but I'd love you to do one. Fair enough. Is the match day live coming on Saturday? We will be live pre-game, obviously, like we are usually. We're normally live around 10ish. So yes, we will be doing the match day live on Saturday, but then I will be at the game, so there will be a match day vlog out Saturday evening. What are you having for tea tonight? I'm having chicken with fries, with like salady stuff. But yeah, we will be a quiz for you, Lewis. No googling, no cheating. Who are the only 3 teams unbeaten in the championship so far? No googling. So I'm gonna go Coventry. Will you be doing a stream after the game? Yeah, probably, Richard, probably. I'm going to go Coventry. I'm going to go... Who's at the top? I don't know who's at the top. Coventry... Have Borough lost yet? Coventry, Borough... Coventry, Borough... There's one more. Are you doing this at Derby in the away team dressing room? Yes, we are, Walkout. Yes, we are. I can't think. The only two I can think is Coventry and Borough. It is. Question of the day. What are you on about, Cov? Cov are still unbeaten, aren't they? Ellis, Cov are still unbeaten. Do you have a random club legend on FIFA, Lewis? Yeah, so my club legend has always been Memphis Depay since he was a silver card. What about in the away team dressing room? We're in the away team dressing room right now at Pride Park. We are. Do you want the answers? Yes, Richard. Go for it. Go for it. I know Coventry's one. I think Borough are the other. I don't know who the other one is though. I don't. So, welcome in Derby fan 2003. How are you doing, bro? How are you doing? If any of you do have like starter teams on hand for FC26, go and join the Discord and drop them in the chat, and we'll take a look at them live on stream. We will. We'll give them a ranking. We will. Should have said Sheffield United. I couldn't say Sheffield United. I'll give you a clue. 2 of the 3 current unbeaten teams we have played. Bristol City. Bristol City, is that the other one? I'll give you... this is 100% not the away team. Nah, it's not the away team dressing room. Only playing, pal. Get yourselves in the Discord. Get yourselves with your FC squads. Or tag me in them on Twitter. And we'll go through them. Where did you used to record your videos before you moved to the place where you are now? Spare room in the house. But obviously then I have to like work around people, and with my streams and stuff there'd be no chance of a 12-hour stream or anything like that, because I'd just spend the whole time getting interrupted by me dog and stuff like that. Doo-doo. Boom, you're right. Borough, Coventry, Bristol City, the current 3 unbeaten teams in the Championship. Love it. I knew Cov and Borough were, but I couldn't think of the other one. I thought Bristol City had lost, to be fair. I did. I thought they'd lost. My cat is Derby through and through. He's black and white. He's named Iggy after Igor Stimac. Love it. Love it. Do you think we'll win on Saturday? If you're on about Derby County, the answer is yes. I do think Derby County will win on Saturday. 100%. 100%. There is no way Derby lose on Saturday for me. It's win or nothing. Win or nothing. It is. Win or nothing. Let's pull up the Discord. Let's see what's going on in the Discord. I think we've dropped a couple of uploads in the Discord. I've heard a Stamich from Preston North End is supposed to be good. Yeah, he is. He is very good. He is very good. He was supposed to... They had interest in him for like a couple of million during the summer, but they wanted like 10, 11 million for him, I think, and it never happened, obviously. So he'll still be there heading into Saturday's game. It's going to be a huge game for Derby. It is on Saturday. Another victory would put us... Where would another victory put us? I think we can go out just outside the playoffs. If results go our way, we will just check. Arsenal and Athletic are still 0-0 at the moment, for those of you who are interested. Now, can you name me the 3 teams unbeaten so far this season? No Googling allowed. So Liverpool have won every single game. Remember when Mel Morris paid scouts $1 million to scout Mbappe? Yeah, don't even get me started. It's ridiculous, that is. So Liverpool have won every game so far. Arsenal have lost. Spurs have lost. Bournemouth have lost, I think. Everton, I think, lost on the opening day. Sunderland have lost a game. City have lost a couple. I think Palace are unbeaten. So Liverpool, Palace. Liverpool, Palace. Villa haven't won yet. West Ham are shit. Burnley are shit. Leeds have been average. Forest aren't unbeaten. United aren't unbeaten. I think Chelsea might be the other one. So I'm going to go with Chelsea, Palace, and Liverpool. I don't think there's any others. That's what I'm going to go with. Chelsea, Palace, and Liverpool. Have you seen Ibanez's card? No, I haven't. Is a sandwich the one that bit Owen Bet last season? If so, and if Becky's fit, Saturday could be fire. Yeah, it could be. Loving your stream, good vibe. Hit me up on Discord. If you put exclamation Discord in the chat, you can join the stream Discord. You can. When will Langas and CBT be back? Langas should be back over the course of like the next week or so. Blackett Taylor will be back. What's it called? Blackett Taylor will be back in a couple of weeks, I'd imagine. This team will never lose again. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. You are right again. Liverpool, Palace, and Chelsea are the 3 unbeaten teams in the Premier League this season. I thought they were. Had it on lock. My mate's dad's uncle is Mel Morris. He invited me to the house, saying he might be there. Never said no faster. I'd have gone just to give him a bit of shit. Appreciate you chucking that in the chat, Archie. Appreciate that, mate. Obviously, those of you who aren't already in the Discord, make sure you do get yourselves over there and get yourself in the Discord. Opens up an opportunity for you guys to be able to talk to me, and we can talk with each other about games and stuff like that. And then once FC drops, there will be opportunities to play me on FC in terms of Ultimate Team, season, stuff like that. So make sure you do hop in. And obviously, if we do like fan pro clubs or anything like that, you'll be able to get involved as well. I'm currently wearing the purple Derby kit from the 21-22 season. Just wait there. I have that kit in here with Lawrence on the back. Love a bit of Tom Lawrence, me. Love a bit of Tom Lawrence. It's a great kit. I really like that kit, I do, personally. I think it's a great kit. I do. Right then. Let's talk 12-hour stream. Rank the current kits. I always think the white one's the best, always. The blue one is second. And is it gold? Is the third kit gold? This is where you've got me thinking about the kits now. Give me a second. Let me get the third kit up. But that'd have to be last. It would. Hey, what a kit. What a kit that is. I've got no sponsor on it though. I think it ruins the shirt. Fair enough. Welcome in, Ozzers. How you doing, mate? How you doing? Grey Home Blue IMO. Let me just get this blue kit up. Love the Chelsea third shirt. Yeah, Chelsea's third shirt is decent. Beza, I'm going to add you as a mod. I am. As you are the guy who set up the Discord and stuff like that. So you're going to be a mod on YouTube. If you're on TikTok as well, let me know. And I'll mod you over there as well. Let me just chuck this in. Grey Home Blue IM. Give me 1 second. Let me get up. Where is EFL Championship. Whereabouts in Derby do you live? I'm not going to tell you that, mate. Welcome in, Driller. How you doing, mate? How you doing? Let's go Derby. So is the gold kit from... Why is the gold kit in my head? Newest items. I need to get the Derby kit up. What's our highest rated card? I think it's Ibu Adams, a 73. I'm fairly sure. In a bit, guys, I'm off to support my local team. Have a good one. Have a good one, mate. Have a good one. Where is the kit? DCFC. There's no gold kit. That was the third kit last year. What are they? Why? I can't picture the kits in my head. The blue one. Oh, it's the grey one, isn't it? Ebel will go 74 if you make him a centre-back on career mode. Maybe John Eustace should make him a centre-back in real life. How is Diaz the highest rated Derby player at 74? What? Diaz is the highest rated. Ben Brereton Diaz is highest. He's 74. Jesus. That's all I have to say. Jesus. I think Ebu 73 is a bit high, but I suppose it's based on... Yeah. So, Diaz goes 75 if you make him a striker. I think if we're gonna rate kits, then I'd go home blue, then the grey one. I always think the white kit's the best. I do. Do we not have? Yeah, it should be on. I'm big on position changes. If you can't tell, yeah, I can tell. Did you know Roberto Baggio nearly signed for Derby when Brian Clough managed us? Love that. Lovely bit of ball knowledge there from Derby Edits. What is Agimang? Great question. DCFC FC ratings. Where? I don't know if this is the right one. That's last year's. Agimang is 67 rated, says Derby Edits. Favourite song? Are you on about, like, in general? Do you think any Derby players will get a Team of the Week card? If any, it'll be one of the forwards. It will. It'll be someone who scores a hat-trick or something. I get why Agimang is so low, if I'm completely honest with you. Because, why is it telling me Erin Cashin stats? Cashin's not here. Derby County Club. So, yeah, favourite song in general. I don't know if I have a favourite song in general, to be fair. I really dislike the away shirt. Fair enough, fair enough. How do you get the DCFC packs? I've got, what, do you mean like on the game? I don't think there is specific DCFC packs, to be honest, mate. But Brereton Diaz is the highest. Let me chuck this up on screen. Hang on. What is Cashin stats? Give me a second, I'll get it up. Here are your Derby stats. So you've got Brereton Diaz 74. Let me pull this up over here. You've got Yo, I'm sub to the channel, sub to DCFC, and he's in the stream. Yeah, great. Okay, what song do you like then, even if you're not your favourite? Appreciate the follow. I'm not going to say that name, but appreciate the follow. Favourite song? That's an interesting... I don't really have... I don't know if I like... I don't really like songs, I'm not going to lie. Yo, the Club Bruges fan is back. Clark should be 74. Howie's Bruce 69. He's better than that, at least 71. Yeah, I agree. So it's Diaz. I think it's because the ratings were released I don't know, actually. It'll probably still need changing. So Diaz, Adams, Morris, Travis, Clark, Langas, Zetterstrom, Beck, Bart, Vyman, Brewster, We'll ignore Wilson, Nelson, Johnston. You can know next year's ratings early by doing live points on FC26 since it has live. It has all the ratings decent. PSV losing 2-0 to Royal Union St Gillies. Love that. Clark goes up 2 ratings if you make him a cam. Oh, Bobby Clark. That'd be decent. On manager career. Fair. Rooney's still on here as well. Sorry, I mean FC26 Derby, new and up per ratings thing you were talking about earlier. This is all on FootGG, Stephen Taylor, where you can get all the ratings for all the teams. But Brewster was pretty bad at Sheffield United. Yeah, he wasn't great. Arsenal still 0-0. Love that. Someone wanted to see Cash-in. Cash-in is a 73. Cash-in is a 73. Howie's bought 70, at least 67 for me. He had a decent season. You want to see the Club Bruges ratings? Let's search Club Brugge. Oh, it's not going to let me do... I've spelled that wrong now. Right, why won't it let me find... squads Bruges. Club Bruges came. It won't let me find you. Go back. Clubs. Here we go. Club Bruges. Here we go then. So let's take a look at Club Bruges. So your best player is Tolles, Vanaken, Onyedinka. There's one missing there. Have they added championship teams? Yes, they've added them on FootGG. They have Ed. Bobby Clark's a bronze, at least 67. I think he definitely should be higher, 100%. These are the Club Bruges ratings. What clubs do you want to see? What teams do you want to see? Ratings-wise, what teams do you want to see? Obviously, you've got the standard Pele, Maradona, Ronaldo. You have. So let me know what teams you want to see. We'll go and look at some. Do Ajax. The thing is with EA, if a player doesn't play, it means they ban. Yeah, 100%. So this is Ajax. Do they still have Jordi Classy? Liverpool ratings. Yeah, we'll get to that in just 1 second. Ajax men. Yeah, Ajax is men. It does both. It does both. Appreciate the gifts, Millie. Welcome in, darling. Hope you're okay. Stockport. Right, let's go. Close that. Stockport. Welcome in, Bacon. How you doing, mate? Favourite Aston Villa player? Matty Cash for me. I love Ollie Watkins. Osborne. I'll help you reach a gift goal. Love that, Mills. Love that. We'll get to Liverpool ratings now. There's Osborne. He's a central midfielder. He is. I'm all right, Tommy. How are you doing? How's your day been? What you been doing today? Why do you call Millie darling? We know each other. Liverpool. Let's get Liverpool up then. So this is Liverpool's squad. Salah's 91. You just looking at the ratings, or do you have the actual game? Unfortunately, don't have the game yet, Bacon. But we're looking at the ratings at the moment and stuff like that. We are. Go on, Mills, sending in the gifts. Although it doesn't seem to be updating. Do you think the reason we sold Wilson is because of injuries? Yes, 100%. 100%. What is Jake Rooney's rating? I think he's a 62. What do you know Millie from this? We went to college together, Richard. We went to college together. We did. So I'm pretty sure you've done the gift goal now, Mill. I'm fairly sure. You've absolutely smashed it out of the water. Is Salah highest rated player in the game? No, I think it'll be Pele. I think Pele's the highest rated. Look at Burnham 90. Bristol City. Go on, Mills. So, Bird is 73. Knight is 73 as well. The fact that they're both rated the same is interesting. There we go. Gift goal reached. Love that. Now you've got another one to hit, Millie. Interesting how Bird hasn't been starting. Yeah, he was injured, wasn't he? What rating? Someone asked for Bromley. Hang on. Bromley. Bromley. So here's your Bromley ratings. Oh, she's putting more gifts in. Go on, son. What's the next one? Someone wants Josh Vickers. So we'll get Vickers in. Let's get rid of Brom. Where is Vickers? Vickers. Vickers must be a bronze as well. No, Vickers. Where is Vickers? Am I blind? Oh, there he is. He's 67. Ngumu. There we go. Oh, she's hit another goal. There you go, Mills. Love that, darling. Love that. Have a gander at Forest and see how overrated. Yeah, I'll do that in a second. If you look up the best players for DCFC, past and present, would it show? I don't think so. Not on here. Let's go. Let's have a look at Forest then, shall we? Millie will like this. So, best player is Murillo, 83. Milenkovic, Sells, Gibbs, White. Sanderson could be a bronze. Yeah. Got to support the streams, even though they are all about Derby. Well, Mills, they'll be all about FIFA soon. As well as appreciate the new subscriber, Daniel. Welcome in, mate. Welcome in. Hope you are A-OK. So there's your Forest ratings. Hate Forest, but love Chris Wood. Fair. Why is there some Derby players popping up? There we go. Is Millie a Forest fan? Yeah, Millie's a Forest fan. Do you know, I completely missed Forest signing Zivchenko, by the way. I completely missed it. What's next on the list? Oldham. Someone wants to see Oldham. We don't want no cheap viewers, pal. We don't want no cheap viewers. Let me... I'll deal with that later. So here's Oldham. Zivchenko's rating go up if you make him a centre mid. Love that. Real Madrid ratings is the next one. Real Madrid. And then someone wants to see Mason Mount. So Mbappe 91, Bellingham 90. I'd love that Bellingham card. Welcome in, Ferez. Hope you're okay, mate. Hope you are doing A-OK. Valverde, Vinny, Courtois, Arnold. Decent ratings. Who was the next one? What was the next one? Someone wants Mason Mount. So let's go Manchester United. Hang on. Here we... is it going to load? Hang on. It's not loading. Give me a sec. Give me a second. It would be up the mace if it would load. But it won't load. Let me just chuck it on here. Hang on a second. It's froze a second. I'll do Luton in a second. Richard. When this reloads. Here we go. It's loading again. That Valverde card looks broken. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. It'll be an unreal card. That Mainu card's going to be good as well. Here we go. So, Bruno, Mainu will be a good card. Cunha will be an okay card early doors, and Burma will be a good card. That would be an okay card if it had a bit more pace. Sancho's card's finished. Ahmad will be a good card early doors. Where is Mount? Mason Mount. Mason Mount's going to be on the next page. It's going to be a non-rare. It's a non-rare. Zivchenko to Forest. Also, the young guy from City signed for them. Yeah, McAtee. Mason Mount's a 77. He is. That'll be one that gets put in an Evo by me, by the way. 100%. Dropped off because of his luck with injuries. Yeah, I remember at one point, wasn't he like 83? Pretty sure he was like 83 at one point. Someone wanted Luton. Let's get Luton down. Luton. Luton Town. Can you check Shirky? Yes, give me a second. So, where is Yates? Yates is a 69. Yates is a 69. When did El Hamidi join Luton? I think I've missed a chapter. I think Mount will come to us when he's 34. Yeah, probably. If you want to talk to me on Discord, you need to join my Discord, !Discord on Twitch. So we need Man City. Why is Man City not coming up? Oh, it's going to be Manchester City. Here we go. Shirky. He's 81 MJ, 81. Yates has done awful so far. Onana got man of the match on his debut at Transport for making saves. Jesus. Did they win? Josh wanted to know what console you played. I'm on Xbox, Mill. I'm on Xbox. Zetterstrom back three, Adams, Clark, Langas, Johnston right, Beck left, Travis, Ozo, Brewster and Cam, Morris and Diaz up front. That'd be a decent side, that would be. Accounts like this are bots. Yeah, I thought they were, Bacon. I thought they were. Preston. He wants to see Preston North End. I'm guessing that's who you... I'm guessing you mean the guy from Preston. He is 70. 70 rated. Definitely not a good striker. Think he was going to add you if you're on PlayStation. Fair. Preston made good signings, to be fair. Yeah, they have made some good signings. Sorry, another typo. He made 8 saves. Fair. Is he 5-star weak foot? Yes, he is. 5-star weak foot. There you go. 5-star weak foot. What is Harrison Armstrong's rating? Yeah, we'll do Notts County in a second, Richard. Armstrong is 67. Ajimang is going into my Evo. Love that, MJ. Love that. We'll just do... We will do Notts County for Keller Roos. And then we will take a look at Cardiff. Lewis Dobbin looks good so far this season. Yeah, Dobbin's brilliant. He's a brilliant player. If he can learn to score goals. 64 is Roos. 64 is Roos. A fire looks a joke. I need to have a look at that again. I will. Cardiff. Someone wants to look at Colwill. I'm off to my first game of the season for Preston. I have to travel from South Wales. That is a trek and a half. That is a trek and a half. Let me get this webcam right back in the corner. There we go. So Colwill. There's one. They're Colwill brothers, aren't they? I'm fairly sure. Colwill. There's one Colwill there. Can't see the one. Norwich ratings. Should be 44 rated. Do I do Derby past and present or normal ultimate team? Do both. Do Derby past and present on the side of your normal. So Sargent is 74, but he has an 84 special card, Richard, which I think you get in the season pass. What is Allsop's hang on, sorry, we'll do Cambridge first. Let's get rid of Norwich. And Panzu, highest rated at Cambridge. He is. Is he still at Birmingham, Ozza? Cov got absolutely robbed this year. Give me 1 second, BW. Is he still here? Also up 68. Let's go back to Preston for this lad. Why have we still got? Still got Blues and Cambridge. Off fire. You want to know him as a right back, don't you? Can you? How do you? Yeah, there's a fire for you. He can play centre back. Yeah. He can play centre back. He can. He could be a great Evo, to be fair. West Brom. Let's get rid of Preston. You want to see Wildsmith at West Brom. Have you thought about doing gaming content on your main channel? Yeah, I'm gonna do all my gaming like live on my main channel. I am. And then clip it up for the second channel. Where is Wildsmith? Wildsmith is a 69. Hi Isabella, you okay? I'm assuming you. I'm hoping you're not a bot, but appreciate the follow anyway. Sunderland is the next one on the list. Just dropped a follow. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Jack is an 85. Isaac should be 72 plus. Yeah. Hiya, welcome in. Is Jack Merritt retired yet? No, he's at Reading, I think. Reading. How are you doing? I'm all good, thank you. How are you? Marriott's a 65. IMAR, I just changed my name to a Ram. Fair enough. Remember Quaker Widoro? Yeah, he retired. He's now working in insurance, I'm fairly sure. Fairly sure he's working in insurance these days. I am. I'm pretty good, thanks. Love that. What have you been doing today? Appreciate the follow, BW. Appreciate the follow. We will be doing FC content this year, so if you do want to stick by, hit that follow button. I like to do career mode, where I can sign only free agents. Fair enough. So pursuing Twitch as a career or passing time. So I'm pursuing content creation as a career. Yeah. I'm monetized over on YouTube, doing streams on Twitch and TikTok, sort of build them up as well. So we will see. What other teams people wanted to look at? Shall we look at Lamine Yamal at Barca? Rooney. Wayne Rooney. Can't spell. Wayne Rooney. Does Rooney have a card? Yes, he does. It's an 88 rated. Feel so sorry for Adoro. Why has he even retired this early and insurance doesn't work? I'm assuming he had a way in, if that makes sense. Can you do Blackpool? Yes, we can do Blackpool. Blackpool. Pardon me. Wonderful. It's a great career path. Career option. You're going great. Appreciate that. Right. Why can't we see anything for Blackpool? Blackpool. There we go. There's Blackpool for you, Scotty. There's Blackpool for you. Ebioe has a 64 rated card, but has already been released. Barnsley rating, so we can look at McGoldrick. Let's make Lewis the best streamer. Well, it's all in your guys' hands. Me being able to do this long term is all in your guys' hands. It is. Barnsley. Barnsley. Let's get rid of Blackpool. So McGoldrick's a 65. Coventry City. Get rid of Barnsley. Did Ebioe fail a drug test at Blackpool? There's a rumour suggesting that, but there's been no confirmation. Rotherham. So there's Coventry for you. Richard. Someone's just said Man United. We did that earlier, but we will do it again. What's happened? Nothing's happened. Jack Rudoni is an absolute baller. He is a very, very good player. Here is your Man United ratings. It will be male and female. I can give you a suggestion for your stream. I hope your channel will get help from it. Yeah, go on then, whatever. Go for it. Tom wants to see Rotherham. Let me do Rotherham. We'll do Rotherham, then we'll do Festi. Rotherham United. The only way I could do that is if you wanted me to, I could come and pick it out. What are you on about, mate? What are you on about? Let's get rid of Man United. There's your Rotherham ratings. We'll do Derby in a second, Lewis, because we've looked at that a couple of times already. So there's Rotherham. Man United ratings are awful. Well, Man United are awful, to be fair, aren't they? Let's do Festi Eboseli. There we go. What do you think to the Derby ratings? I think they're not that bad, to be fair. It won't load. Give me a second. Festi won't load. Festi will not load. Apologies, Festi won't load. Oh, there we go. He's right mid, 69. What happened with Malcolm, the winger? Apparently he failed a drug test at Blackpool. But I'm not sure. Who's our best? Luke Plange. That's a blast from the past. Luke Plange. He's a 62. 62. A lot of 69s. What comes after 69? Ah, so Isabella, you are one of those bot channels then, I guess. I miss death. I was going to say you miss death. That's not good if you're missing death. Northampton is the next one on the list. Here's your Northampton ratings. Autocorrect. Yeah, I was going to... let me guess, you're going to offer your services. Exactly, Bacon. Reported. Who have you reported? Because you've got no reason to report anybody in this chat. What's the fakest football rumour you have ever seen? Well, the fakest rumour I've ever seen was Derby County assigning Wayne Rooney, but then it actually happened. So, Oxford United. Archie Brown, we'll look at that one. Why have Oxford only got 3 players? Here we go. Jack, no thank you. We don't want that. We don't want that, Jack. 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 Be careful, Jack. Be careful, Jack. We don't want that. We do not want that, pal. I imagine the message has already been removed by Streamlabs, but we will wait and see. Do Forest ratings? Yeah, we'll get Forest up in a second. Can you do? Let me do Archie Brown because he asked for Archie Brown. Archie Brown. I can't spell. There's Archie Brown. He's 71. 71. He's no longer in the chat, Richard. He's no longer in the chat. Sheffield Wednesday. Don't get anything for Chef. Wed? Oh, there we go. No players found, apparently. Oh, wait, there we go. There we go. Middlesbrough next, then we're going to go to Fulham and then Arsenal. We will. Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have a objective item, it seems. What's the next one? What's the next one? Middlesbrough. Whittaker 73. Whittaker 73. Fulham is next on the list. Fulham. That Robinson card is going to be unreal, by the way. No. We did Forest earlier, Callum. Has Monga got a card? From Leicester. MJ. You know Derby's new signing, Burton Diaz. I don't know anything about him. Is he good? What is he like? He's okay. He's not the greatest thing in the world, obviously, because he's in the Championship, but he is fairly decent. I think he'll be good enough for us. Let me do Leicester. Monga. I don't think he has a card. Yeah, he doesn't have a card. Unless it's named something else. Arsenal. Here is your Arsenal squad ratings. You'll have male and female as well. Oh, wasn't in the stream, sorry. If you give me a second, Cal, I'll get them back up for you. Don't worry. Nwaneri, that looks like a brilliant card, by the way. So what's next? Huddersfield, Tomlinson, Will Hughes, and then Ipswich. Lewis, do you remember George Thorne? He was class. Yeah, George Thorne was brilliant. That Madueke card's going to be great early doors. IMO, I think George Clooney will take over Derby County in the near future. That would be great if it did happen. What did I say was next? Huddersfield. Oh, I don't know what's happened here. Go back. I don't know what's happened. Thought GG's died. GG has died. Right, hang on. Appreciate the follow. Byron, appreciate the follow. Morris Totti, absolutely. Doncaster Roseweed. Just give me 1 second. The page has died. Probably help if I didn't have Ginger's stream still on in the background. To be fair. Foot GG. Here we go. Here we go. We're back on now. We're back on. We was doing Huddersfield. Let's get rid of United. Here we go. Here are your ratings. We'll do Doncaster Rovers in a second. Morris for Ballon d'Or. Yep. Why not? Someone wanted Tom Ince. 67 in CM. Will Hughes. I've spelled that wrong. Will Hughes is a 77. Let's do Doncaster. Sorry. Doncaster. Here we go. Here's your Doncaster ratings. Managers don't have ratings, no, Richard. Samu and Moses Simon. Yeah, I'll do them in just a second. Let me just get Forest up for our good friend Callum. Here you go. Here are your Forest ratings. Obviously, you're not really going to be bothered about the lower down ones. Samu. What's Samu's full name, Derby Edits? Do Derby. Hello, Amelia. Are you okay? Are you going to be offering me your services, I imagine? Here's the Derby County ratings for you. That's not bad at all for winners of League 2. No, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. There's your Derby ratings. Ethan. Chesterfield. That Murillo from Forest is very... Yeah, it is. It's an unbelievably usable card. I'm good, thank you. That's so bad, we deserve so much better. Yeah, it's part and parcel of being... he was a 79 one. Oh, yeah. I'm getting back up in a second. Here's your Chesterfield ones. How long are you going to stream for? I don't know. I've not decided. I don't know. Right. Samu. So there's your Samu card. For your Derby edits. Gabriel Silva. Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second. What was the other one? Moses Simon. Moses Simon. Here you go. That Moses Simon card's actually really nice. What is Adjuming's pace? If it's 60, that's way too low. Right, let me just do Gabriel Silva. How are you spelling Gabriel? There you go. Oh my god, that card is ridiculous. That card's going to be a 20k card. He can play left, right, and through the middle. That is a ridiculous card, by the way. Ridiculous. That is. Let me get Ajimang. Patrick Ajimang. Have I spelled it wrong? I've spelled it wrong. Patrick Ajimang. Yeah, he's got 60 pace, and that is wrong. That is terrible. MK Dons says the Rebel. MK Dons. Where are you from? I'm from England. The UK. That is where I'm from. The UK. Mendes Lang. Salford. Let's get Salford City in there then. Ajimang has been shafted. Yeah, he has. 100%. 100% he has been absolutely shafted. Barnet. Oh. A Barnet in the Football League? I don't think Barnet are on. We've probably gone through nearly all 92 clubs. Yeah, probably. That's empty. Who haven't we looked at? Shall we have a look at Chelsea? We haven't looked at Chelsea. Chelsea. Oh, why do I keep doing that? I've done it again. Oh, no I haven't. It's alright. Barnet are in League 2 this year. Why can't I find them then? Of course you are, Amelia. Of course you are. I don't need any graphics, thank you. Are they AFC Barnet? No. Why can't I find Barnet? EFL League 2. I don't know why I can't find Barnet. Maybe no one's shown those ratings yet, maybe. They're not on here though, unfortunately. Hullet Gang. All 88, all 80s across the board. You want No, I don't. I'm okay, thank you, Amelia. I'm okay, thank you. 85 overalls. Barrow. Right. Let's do Barrow and then we'll do Roy Keane. Here's your Barrow ratings. Barkazins are 66. Roy Keane. There's Roy Keane for you, Kian. There's Roy Keane. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest, Richard. I've got no idea, to be fair. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. Henderson's usable. LaCroix's usable. Sar's usable. Nketiah will be decent for any silver stuff. Anyone else? Any other teams? Anybody else? Swindon. Swindon Town. Boom. Tavagsoli. Renato Sanchez. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Renato Sanchez. Is it a Z? Is it a Z or is it an S? Renato Sanchez. There we go. There he is. That is a very poor card. That is a very poor card. Burnley. Let's take a look at Burnley. You should do a video on your gaming channel about if you agree or disagree with Derby County's ratings. That's a good idea, actually. Why is it still looking at Renato Sanchez? I typed in Burnley. Here's Burnley for you. That's a really good idea, Derby Edits. Baroya. Leeds. Leeds United. Tanaka's a decent card. James is a decent card. Okafor's a decent card. Oh yeah, his card used to be meta. Nonto's going to be a good card for anything silver. I can't wait until midnight on Thursday. Yeah, same. It's going to be unreal. What other cards are going to be good for... That'll be a decent card for the silver stuff. That'll be a decent card for the silver stuff. Like, this year, you've got to keep your silvers. WStream, as always. Love that, Derby Edits. Thank you for staying by. Thank you for stopping by. Tottenham. Oh, they're going to be called Spurs, aren't they? Yup. Spurs. If Simmons had a bit more pace, he'd be a very, very usable card. Kolo Muani is going to be a great card early doors. A Doggy is going to be a good card. Kudos is going to be a good card. Johnson's going to be a great card. Matthias Tell is going to be a good card. I'm thinking, should I get Ultimate Edition or not for FC26? How much are you going to play, Derby Edits? That would be my question. See you later, Richard. Thank you for stopping by. I will see you tomorrow. We'll be live 6 PM yet again. If you're going to play it like every day, then yes, I'd get the Ultimate Edition. If you're not, then it doesn't really matter. Like, I'd get the one below, if that makes sense. That's what I'd do personally anyway. It is. Anybody else you guys want to look at? Anybody else you guys want to look at? Before we call it a day. FC26 will be the only thing I play. You might as well then. If you can afford it, obviously. Don't put yourself in a bad position financially just to play FC. That would be my view of looking at it. Like, I'm going to use it. I've bought it because I'm going to stream it. So I can I can write it as a business expense. Ben Yedder. I don't think he's on. He's not on. Can't find him. Can't find him, Callum. If it's the only thing you play, then I'd bite the bullet and go for it. Because you'll get the FC points. The only thing you won't get is the debut icon. Because you've missed the cut-off, unfortunately. Right, well, I am going to call it there for this stream. Appreciate you all stopping by. I really appreciated speaking to all of you. Obviously, he's in prison. Is he, Jack? I didn't realise. Obviously, thank you everybody for stopping by. If you haven't done so already, hop into the Discord. It's linked down below. I'll be in there for about an hour or so after this stream, chatting to you guys if you do want to. Ben Yedder is at Marseille with Greenwood. Is he? Is he? Let me just take one more look at Ben. Let me take one more look at Marseille. Marseille. How do you even spell Marseille? Marseille. I don't even know how to spell Marseille. I can't lie. Marseille. Yeah, I can't even find Marseille. To be honest with you, Derby Edits. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate every single one of you. We will be back tomorrow with finally the launch of the FC26 web app. We're going to be playing it. There's going to be a poll come out at 6 in regards to, obviously, a 12-hour stream in the future. So make sure you go at 6 at 8, sorry. So make sure you go and put your vote out on that. But I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you all for stopping by. I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye over on TikTok first. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, everybody. And then we will say goodbye over here on YouTube. Thank you all for stopping by. It'll be a long one tomorrow, so make sure you do stay tuned. And I will catch you in that one. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, guys.